This is the MMO Show, Episode 1, recorded on Thursday, June 25th, 2015.
Nailed it.
Wow,
out of the gate.
Let's log off.
Perfection.
Show is in the can.
Yeah, J-Dub, I'm sick. I'm sorry. This is where the music goes. Just so you're not all
shocked,
a tingle with anticipation. It's pretty much the same stuff minus the drops.
Yeah.
We are not musically gifted people, so that's what you get.
It's musically gifted. It is gifted music.
Aha, that is true. Yeah.
It is true. It was for those of you who do not know, the musical intro that you hear on the beginning of every show was actually from a former guild member's band, and let us use that to our pleasure, to our leisure, for the beginning of our show. So that's why we keep using it, because it was free and it's good.
I like free and I like good.
Mm-hmm. But this is the MMO Show. Hi, everybody. Tonight we have Jason.
Hey.
And we have Shannon.
Hello.
We also have me, Steve.
Yeah.
Go through the usual round of what you drinking. Jason, what are you drinking tonight?
Champagne.
Champagne for the premiere episode of the MMO Show.
Yep.
Shannon?
That's what I got too. Cause
what champagne is it?
It's like the cheapest champagne I could get. Cause
Was it
obviously,
like Mums?
yeah. Cause obviously, I'm like not gonna drink much of it, but I wanted to open it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm also drinking a Bud Light Platinum. Yeah.
You just mixing the two?
Yeah. I mean, not in my mouth at the same time.
One in each hand?
Yeah. Yes. One in the left, one in the right.
Fantastic.
It's a platinum. It's classy. I just want to point that out. You can't get that just anywhere.
No, not.
Oh, yeah, go special.
You actually have to go to their website and find out where they distribute that to, right?
Yep. It's not many places. Pretty hard to get.
I have what will typically be my usual Di Serono on the rocks. It's very tasty. And this is the MMO Show. For those of you who might be coming to us and hearing our voices for the first time, you're wondering, what is this all about? This is a show hosted by casual gamers that are playing as life allows. We generally focus on multiplayer online gaming, specifically MMORPGs, but we do talk about news, examine some controversies, encourage irresponsible speculation, share community happenings, and report on our own personal accounts in video games, all while exploring wild tangents and discussing various geek entertainment.
We do all that crap?
Yeah, that's what it says here. It says it in my underwear.
We kind of do all that crap, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I share community happenings, but okay.
Well, there's three of us.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Like, we kind of get to it.
You other people do stuff too.
Yeah, yeah.
But
everyone's got to try to keep up with me.
Yeah. While we do focus a lot on MMOs, we will occasionally cheat on MMOs and play other games, and we'll cover those as they come up. But let's get through some introductions. Again, if you're hearing us for the first time, who are these people? I am Steve. I apparently am the creator of the Orator. So that's not apparently. I am.
What is the Orator, Steve?
What is the Orator? So for anybody that doesn't know, Guild Wars 2, if you're a fan of the game, you may or may not have heard of a little fake newspaper based on happenings in the game and stuff that I just come up with called The Orator, and you can check it out at orator.com. That's ORRATOR.com. I have been playing video games for as long as I can remember, and my first MMO was actually EverQuest. I skipped on the Ultima Online train as that was going about. Not because it wasn't something that appealed to me, but it was something that I wasn't playing PC games at the time when that was popular. I got into PC gaming around the time when Half-Life came out, and I think soon after, or just after, before, I cannot remember the exact dates, EverQuest was a thing that was happening, and coworkers of mine were raving about how crazy of a game that is, and I decided to check it out, and I've kind of fallen in love with the whole premise of MMOs ever since, and have played some really good ones, some really bad ones, and I'd say currently my go-to is still Guild Wars 2. I kind of hit it off and on. I kind of keep it as a casual MMO, and kind of report via the order when I am playing, and when I'm not, I'm playing other stuff. Like right now I'm playing Star Wars The Old Republic again, because that trailer looked great.
Yeah, I wonder if it got a lot of people back into it.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Assume a good chunk, but yeah.
But that's me, and me and the other two here will kind of share hosting duties as time goes on. The other two being Jason.
Mm-hmm. So my first MMO, I think, was EverQuest as well, but I didn't get really into it. It's technically, I think, my first MMO, but I think my real first one was Dark Age of Camelot.
Yeah.
Which I guess I would still say is my favorite. That's so tricky to say what's your favorite MMO, because they all kind of feel unique and are kind of time-stamped to a period in your life.
They'll offer something different.
Yeah, I mean, Guild Wars 2, I think, over time has kind of crept up there as something that, I go back to a lot, and it's kind of like my comfort MMO.
Mm-hmm.
Probably still DAOC. But we're all kind of the same age, so I think we grew up kind of playing the same things. I have an unhealthy obsession with full motion video games, which I just started a new one yesterday, a brand new full FMV game. It's pretty great. So I play a lot of shooters, adventure games, blah blah blah. I am going to be doing some Night Trap streaming starting tomorrow, and doing it for at least a couple Fridays just to see how it goes. I'm going to try to play off memory, I think, the first night. Because the way I used to beat that game was using like a timesheet that had all the things, because it's hard to remember. So I'm going to try to do that for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, and I'm sure I'll go off on tangents in shows going forward about other games. Like soon I'll probably talk about Arkham Knight, because I've been playing a lot of that. But that's...
I think if this show had a good selling point, and I guess we should have hit off, if this is your first time here, we previously have podcasted under the guise of a show called Multiplaying. And if there's one thing that was a selling point of Multiplaying and will continue to be a selling point, is our tangential nature.
Yeah. Which it's not going to go anywhere.
No. That's just part of us. Shannon?
She likes coughing, and
long walks on the beach while coughing.
Yeah, we started Cotcast, which did you guys cover that part?
No.
Okay, we started way back in the Warhammer Online days podcasting, guild podcast called Cotcast, and so that's how we all met. And we stopped playing that game, but wanted to keep podcasting, so we did multiplaying for a while. And now we're doing the MMO Show. It's kind of evolved, so the name has to change with what we're doing, I guess you'd say. And let's see, my first MMO was EverQuest, like so many people, it seems like. But I didn't really play that very long. I only got to like level 20 something, like the mid-20s. It wasn't like my hardcore game. My first favorite MMO was DAOC. And I don't think anything's ever really replaced it in my heart since then, even though I don't play it anymore. I am currently into Star Wars The Old Republic. I just started up with a couple of real-life friends and some internet friends, and I'm going to be streaming that here on Tuesdays. That will be a little more interactive for the chat room than the show here. And I might be doing some Saturday morning stuff if I am home and awake, but that's not going to go on the schedule because I am unsure about whether or not I'm going to do that. Is that cool?
Cool.
And I sound terrible. I don't usually sound like this. I have a cold for our first show. Hooray.
You planned that terribly.
I know. This is awful.
Why couldn't you get some, like a stomach virus? That way you could just throw up and no one would know.
No one would know, I know.
That's selfish of you.
I know. I'm a horrible person.
I'm going to pause real quick because I have to ask a question. Are you recording?
Yeah, we're recording. Why?
Okay. for some reason Power Grammar is not turned on, so I was not. I'm just making sure that someone's recording.
It is recording. We're 19.
I'm just transcribing everything.
That's gonna mess up your camera.
As long as we got something going here.
Yeah.
All right. I just didn't want to get too far in before
Put it
we
up in
realized
text form.
Yeah.
Pictures of the text that you wrote.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, are we done with the introductions here?
Yeah, I think so.
Get into the nitty gritty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nitty gritty.
I think we can.
Committee. All right. So, moving on to get into some news or general discussion topics, we have the age of awkwardly pronounced expansions.
Is it just me, or are all the expansions this fall really awkward to say?
Yeah. Well, not... Yeah,
Heavensward, I keep wanting to say Heavensward.
Yeah.
And then Heart of Thorns, I want to say Heart of Thrones all the time. And then that's for the Guild Wars too. And then Knights of the Fallen Empire, I always want to say Knights of the Old Republic. It's no, that's not it. So yeah, it's always all three of these are huge expansions and totally awkward to pronounce. So
yeah, that was kind of it seems like this year, instead of getting announcements of new upcoming MMOs or teams working on MMOs, we're getting expansions for the MMOs we got, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I actually am very excited that all these kind of AAA MMOs are getting some much needed attention. Not much needed possibly, but deserved attention. Especially
since it's like the AAA MMOs are kind of gone. I don't think there's any really coming up anymore.
No, I'm not seeing anything. So
it's cool to kind of have people give something for these people to kind of bounce, because there's a lot of us, a lot of people, including us, are probably just going to bounce from MMO to MMO unless there's something that really grabs us. But it's cool that these games are getting more content so that they get more eyes or people giving them a second chance.
Yeah. Totally. So now you got me doing it. Heavensward.
I told you.
I know. Now I can't look up Heart of Thorns without seeing that. I didn't do it until you said that.
Heavensward launched Tuesday. None of us are playing that right now. I briefly went back to Final Fantasy 14.
Me too.
Very briefly. I did talk to Bell today about it. He just said he's immersed in it. And I also haven't seen anyone. Usually if there's a bad expansion launch, you see Twitter blow up about it, and especially we know so many people playing Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, that we would have definitely seen some activity. Yeah, if it had gone bad. No.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that, so I assumed it was going well. There weren't any of the major websites picking up anything like that, which is a good sign. No,
it seems the one thing that he did tell me, because I'm not experiencing this for myself, this story, because Final Fantasy 14, their story is really well done. And if you buy this expansion, you have to have finished. You can't just jump into it. You have to have finished the main game storyline to do this expansion.
Yeah.
So you can't just go buy it and start out skip story. No, you have to complete the story from the first one to even start this expansion. So that's kind of cool.
That's including all the story content that they've added since launch too.
Yeah, it takes place right after all that. There's no gap. The storyline continues from that point. So, you have to have done that to get to move on, which makes sense. And Final Fantasy's IP that's big on their story, so it makes sense that they're gonna weigh heavily on that.
Totally.
There's 3 new jobs. I haven't really experienced any of them or anything, but
we'll have Bell on sometime, and he'll
give us
dive deeper about that. We'll have some guests on from time to time to talk more about in depth about the MMOs that maybe we're not as learned about. So he's a good one to talk to about. But we also have Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns. I said it right this time. Which for me is something that I'm very anxiously wanting to get back to. When they announced Heart of Thorns, I came back to the game after having been off of it for 2 or 3 months and played for a good couple months, and then suddenly realized, well, they announced the game and they're not doing really anything to the game until then, because they had kind of come off all their living story stuff, and I was kind of assuming maybe that would continue. I kind of came back, finished up what I hadn't got done with the living story, and then wasn't really digging my time in PvP all too much.
Are we talking about the instance PvP or WW?
Yeah, I kind of a long time ago I went real hardcore onto the WW stuff, thanks to friend of the show Maeve, and I really enjoyed that time. But I guess that's not the part of the game that I enjoy the most. I really enjoy the PvE in it, which for someone like me who really likes PvP and MMOs is kind of surprising. That's why I'm
kind of the same. I do like the WW, but yeah, I think I'm totally with you.
Yeah, they do it so well. I like the actual PvE combat. So, but yeah, I came back to the game after the announcement and kind of slowly fizzled out of it again. There's been a not massive, but a quite large patch this week. Dealing with specializations, and
that was weird to log into.
And the new Lion's Arch. So I'm like, that stuff's kind of making me want to dive back in.
What do you think of the skill stuff?
I haven't really looked at it too much.
Okay, I saw it a little bit today.
Yeah, I saw it today, and then was like, I want to look at this more, but I don't have time.
Yeah, I was doing like a break in work. I'm going to come back to this, but I like that because they redid it all, and they do something that other MMOs don't, where you log in and it's like, well, we changed stuff, so here's all your crap back. Mm-hmm. I logged into one character and it said, we changed things, but we saw how you spec'd before, and we picked something that's like right up that alley. And I took a quick look at it, and it looked pretty good. But I like that they don't just start you from scratch. They say, hey, go look at this now, and you can change anything you want.
Yeah, you look like a size 13 shoe, so we got you these loafers.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. So that might be what I do Saturday because I might be streaming Saturday night. So, or I will be streaming Saturday night, but that might be. I was going to
say, what do you mean might be? Sorry. You told me.
I know, I didn't lie. I will be streaming Saturday night, and I was previously thinking about playing PlanetSide 2 on the PS4 to check out the launch of that, and I tried it today and quickly realized, yay, this is way better on the PC. So, probably just abandon that idea and maybe play some Guild Wars 2 instead. So.
From our last show, we were complaining, we were talking about the drama surrounding how they weren't giving away a free expansion slot.
Which I think we said was our only real issue with how it had been handled so far.
But they are now. They just announced that. So you got your expansion slot, people.
Enjoy.
Shut the fuck up.
Pretty much. Just kind of like what I thought they did there. And yeah, I guess people are kind of miffed because of, they what is it? Oh, people are kind of miffed, I guess, because they're bundling the first Guild Wars 2 into the new one.
That was a partial.
I could understand if it was a miscommunication and you just bought it thinking you had to. But the people who are complaining who bought it 3 years ago, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian said it really well. He got hundreds of hours.
We just praised WoW for doing that. And then we're going to condemn Guild Wars 2 for doing it. Yeah. When WoW came out with their last expansion, it was like, here's everything. Get into the game. We want you in there. Play with your friends. And we were like, brilliant. That's so awesome. Get people into the game. Guild Wars 2 does it. We're like, that's not fair. It's like, make up your mind, community.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was how stuff was handled with the FAQ on the game and stuff. But it's, I think, simmered down quite a bit since they came out and announced the extra character slot for everyone.
Everyone's cool now.
Like Oprah. And you get a character slot. And you get a character slot.
That's cool. I got to say, we talked about this a while ago on the old podcast, but I got to recommend, if you're interested in Guild Wars 2 and you aren't really playing, it is so worth it to just log in every day and get your daily reward, because I've been doing that when I haven't got a chance to play, and I've leveled my character like a fuck ton, just because you every few days you get leveling scrolls, and then at the end of the 30-day cycle, I want to see you get 6 at once or something like that.
Yeah,
We
it's
are
a bunch.
explicit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you noticed
I'm explicitly telling you, you need to log in that shit every day.
I do not do that. I will not do that. I know I should do that, though. It is good advice, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I just
Rewards are right there waiting to be yours, Shannon.
and that game logs you in so quickly compared to a lot of other games. Like I make sure to like every morning when I come down to work and I sit at my computer, that's like the first thing I do on my regular computer is boot that up and log in and get whatever I got, and then most days I log right back out because I don't have time to play. But it's like I've taken my thief, like he's up near 60 now, where I haven't really played him in the last month, but I've just leveled him through that shit.
So it's like your daily routine. You brush your teeth, you get your coffee, you play Guild Wars 2.
Yep. And then I load up Pornhub.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Not without her.
I'm just thinking he's supposed to be working.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, right. Right.
Oh, employment. My Mesmer in the game. I've solely been leveling up because of that stuff.
I bet you can't wait till you go WW at 80 and you have no fucking clue.
That's exactly why I had to quit playing my Mesmer, because I ran out there. Like, I'm top level. I ran out into WW.
Here I come, guys!
And they were like, set up a portal to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying.
Hope you fuckers like butterflies.
Looking at the character next to you like, I think they're talking to you.
Yeah. And they're like, come on. And I'm like, oh, God. Log off. Just unplug the whole computer.
Just pull the Ethernet out of all the computers. I can't wait for the logouts.
Well, I was like leveling him solely for just sitting him in PvP and the structured PvP and playing him there. And even that, like the leveling that was happening with me there was like, well, and you get all of your abilities in structured PvP.
What's the point of that?
Well, yeah, it's like, well, but I was just, okay, I'll sit him here, get used to playing him in PvP, and then I'll have him 80 and I can just take him out. Well, I got him to like 60 something or whatever and decided to run him out to PvE. And then like, I have nowhere in the game unlocked, like nowhere on the map except for the starter city. I was like, oh shit, I gotta run everywhere.
Yeah, they should give you some scrolls to get you places.
Yeah, there should be mounts. No, there shouldn't be mounts.
But log in every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Even if you don't own Guild Wars 2.
No, you go to someone's house, you break in, you log in, they'll thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them Jabberant told you to do that.
You duct tape their mouth, say, this is for you. All right, well, I think that's probably enough of
the Guild
Wars 2. Covered the hell out of that. We have been playing some Star Wars The Old Republic lately.
I tried to.
Yeah. Can
I tell what happened to me?
Yeah, that's I bumped into yesterday.
I got old.
That's what made me so sick.
It's a virus. Yeah, I called you up on Skype last night and found out that you took the day off.
Well, yeah, a few of my real life friends from my Dungeons and Dragons group, because I am that big of a nerd, they said, hey, I'm getting back into Star Wars The Old Republic. And I'm like, well, I'll come play with you. And then, of course, Jason's like, well, I'll play with you guys too. And then, because he's in the group too. And then another girl from the group, she's like, well, I'll get into that. And then, so next thing you know, then like you're playing too, Slurms. And it's like this big whole fun thing happening. A couple people we know from the Twitterverse, Merrick, the guild he has there, because they're all playing Imperial. And I didn't have anything organized on Imperial. So that worked out really great. And I got my little bounty hunter up to level 9. And all of a sudden, like, what was it? Monday night, I made plans to log in with you to do heroics on Hutta.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I couldn't log in. And I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. And there was just a patch that day. And I'm like, well, I'll check it out tomorrow. Well, Tuesday, I kind of just had a little bit of time to putz around with it. And I still couldn't get in. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Well, I'll do it Wednesday morning, because Wednesday I had the whole day off. I had a vacation day planned because we were out really late, family function. Jason, I had bought him WWE tickets to SmackDown in Toledo. Very classy Father's Day present. But they like it. And that
bottle of champagne, right?
Yeah, the $10 bottle of champagne. But they like it. So, hey, we had a good time. And we did traumatize the little boy next to us, though, because we were cheering for all the bad guys, and he was just horrified. but anyway, so I log on Wednesday morning. I come down with my coffee, turn on the computer, still the same error. I start doing like the Google search. I'm thinking this will be totally quick and easy to fix. I finally log in at 3:30 in the afternoon after tons and tons and tons of work. I had to basically it was this big problem with bitrater. It seems like.
Yeah.
Which is how they stream their patches and stuff and everything, I guess. So I had to go in and I called technical support twice, and I had to go in and I had to do a complete reinstall of the game and everything. But I'm in now, and I will say that their customer support was actually very fast. Like, most of my time was me wasting it trying to avoid calling tech support and Googling and trying to do my own fixes that I found, through that search. So call technical support right away. It was much better, much faster. But the complete download, the complete reinstall, obviously.
You couldn't stream it and log in.
I could not stream because of the issue I was having. It's a known bug that's just kind of random, and they just said I'm not able to stream the download anymore. So I had to wait for the complete install in order to play. Like, usually you can kind of play like the beginner planets and stuff, and it'll still keep installing for you. I could not do that. But hey, I'm in now.
Working now.
Yeah, and down at the bottom, I had plenty of time to sit there. So down at the bottom of the screen, there was this like chair exploit message, and I'm like, well, what's that about? Since I'm sitting here, basically, don't do it. There's this chair There's this chair decoration, like a temple chair decoration you can buy, and you can buy it for 1 credit, and you can sell it back for 100 credits. And they've said it's an exploit. We've acknowledged it's an exploit. We've told you it's an exploit, and they will take action against players who continue to abuse it.
Why don't they fix it?
Yeah, I kind of think you should just pull the item from the market, or like
Yeah, it seems like the easy way.
rather than leave it in there. But yeah, don't do it because you're gonna. They know about it and they're watching you, and you're gonna get.
Have you guys messed with the housing?
Nope.
Barely. I bought a stronghold and I set it up with all the first like rush of furniture and stuff that I got, and I was like, "Yep, I got a house.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna be here again."
I kind of did the same thing, and I want to go back. I am interested in how where'd you buy your house at? Narshada or
no, it's the cheaper one. God, what was that? Sith City.
Because I want to say I read somewhere if you buy it in certain places, you can share it across characters and even possibly across faction.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you have to pay like a smuggler's fee, like if you're not of that faction.
Huh.
So the strongholds, you need to be strategic about where you purchase your stronghold at.
I went the cheap route.
Well, yeah.
That fits you. I mean, you're not even role playing at that point.
Oh, I was. Well, I was putting myself into the character.
Right.
Yeah, because that character has like a communicator. Steve doesn't have that.
Oh God.
Such sick burns you can expect on the show.
Yeah, Steve doesn't have a phone, is what we're all making fun of.
Yeah.
Have you guys looked into? I'm sorry, were you done talking about your house?
No, my only thing is the whole chair exploit thing. When it was brought up, I don't know, for some reason I could not get the visage of Chairface Chippendale from the Tick out of my head.
Okay. Callback.
Some guy sitting there like rich off his ass, but with a chair for a head. Like, I'm buying and selling all these things. Yeah. You're welcome.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to look more into housing. I was just wondering.
I didn't look into it at all, so I was kind of wondering if you thought it was valuable.
I think I would assume so. But yeah, I want to do more specifically. I'm going to get that one where it can be cross-faction because I have a max level on the Rebel side, and I'm leveling up the Imperial side, so there's got to be some benefit. But we'll see.
Yeah, most of my characters are on the other side, so...
And if you know what the benefit of the strongholds in SWTOR are, let us know.
Yeah, because we don't want to Google.
No, that's too hard.
I am right now kind of caught in a conundrum of I have my Jedi Consular, like, he's nearly through the hut stuff, and I still have the Revan stuff to go, but I'm like, I think I want to play the agent up through to go through that, and I also like my smuggler, so I'm kind of deciding at this point which is the...
You're trying to get set up for Knights of the Fallen Empire?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, it sounds cool, and I want to, like, what's the one class I want to start that with? And I'm pretty sure I don't want it to be the Consular, because while I liked it, I mean, the story was so bland compared to the Smuggler and the Agent so far, and I'm only in the, like, mid-20s with both of them. But I think it's got to be one of those new ones that I level up and get through the hut stuff and Revan stuff.
I'm really liking the Sith Warrior story so far.
I heard that one's good.
So far, it's not bad. I think I like the Smuggler one a little bit better, but I never finished the Smuggler.
I haven't either, and it's okay. Like, I like it. It's better than the Consular, but it still is kind of boring. And I'm around 30, so it might pick up. The Agent one seems good from the get go. Really?
Yeah, I like a lot of the options.
Made strong, but yeah, I don't
know. I like a lot of the dialogue options that you get with the Sith Warrior, especially if you kind of lean a little bit more light side. It's kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, that would be cool to see how they do that. Because with the Agent, it's and that's, like I said before, I really wish there was a gray option, because I like playing it. A lot of it's in the middle with the Agent, because you can be so evil or so good, and there's usually one or two that are kind of in the middle. They always get a mixed reaction from my companions. I never know what they're gonna like or not like.
I hate when I misread.
I know
the option. Like, I think,
yes.
Like, you know, I'm thinking like, oh, have a nice day, and she's like, yeah, have a nice day, and I'm like, I misread that tone so badly.
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple times with the vet, who is the first companion that you get with the Sith Warrior. And the options, it seemed like very middle of the road. And when I said it, just what he actually said came across like such a dick, and she hated it.
There's been multiple times with the Agent where that's happened, and I've hit escape so I can back out of the conversation and start it over.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, that's why I'm back playing SWTOR, is the Knights of the Fallen. The trail, I'm a sucker for Star Wars. What can I say? That trailer.
You're the guy.
Yeah,
I'm that guy, the one guy. I'm the one that supports.
We should say our
whole
show is kind of Star Wars obsessed. So
yeah.
So do you know the points, like the selling points of Knights of the Fallen Empire?
That it's very focused on story.
Yes.
I did hear or read somewhere that they were actually going to be putting a little bit of a focus on the combat in the game, kind of making it more active.
Oh, really?
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. And I think it might have, I want to say that I heard it on like the Giant Bombcast, that someone on there, was it there? God, now I can't remember. Some podcast I listened to.
Just go on with the point.
I'm gonna, it's irresponsible speculation at this point, because I can't pinpoint who it was. But someone that they talked to they were referring to the combat as needing a little bit more active input. There's going to be a level 60 character to start, and I'm assuming that's just anyone who subs.
Yeah,
or is that just anyone across the? I mean, I'm or anybody that buys the expansion.
My question: did you have to buy the expansion?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't. And like, if so, how much is it? Because like, I know if you sub, you get like, if you're a subscriber,
a bunch of free shit.
Well, yeah, you get
Well, free. I said free. No, you get a bunch of extra stuff that you're paying for.
Well, there are perks for being subscribed from July to October.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like that, maybe they just haven't announced it that, hey, the expansion's going to end up being X amount for the box, or to get it on your account or whatever.
It seems like, but they've released so much. It seems like they already would have kind of released that information, and
maybe
because,
not necessarily.
Because the expansion releases on the 27th, but if you're a subscriber, you get it a week early.
Yeah, which that they've done that with all their other expansion stuff before.
So yeah, maybe it is just something that goes along with the game. That's just an add-on, like the Revan stuff.
I don't know. It's interesting though. You're getting 5 new companions.
Yeah, Yeah, because everybody is starting as this person called the Outlander, I believe is what it's called. That like you're frozen or whatever for X amount of years, and then you wake up as the Outlander after all this. I cannot remember the name of the empire that's actually taking out the empire and the Republic, but you wake up and this whole war happens, and you're the Outlander, and you have to go.
So I would assume that's you get frozen at the end of the Revan storyline. I
believe so.
So my question is, and I wondered this as soon as the game came out, and because they really hung their hat on it's fully voiced, all that stuff. Do they have like all these actors who do the individual classes under contract? Is there going to be a point where they're having different people voice them? Or are you going to be able to tell?
It's a good question.
And the same with the companions. Are these new companions all going to be fully voiced? It sounds like
I would think they have to.
I would think they'd have to, because you can't go back to. It's gonna be so strange, and it's gonna feel like a jip to have companions that don't talk after having every character in the game voiced.
It seems like that would be a weird place to cut corners when you're throwing money at Blur.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to cut corners. I think my main question is: am I going to log in once I get to this new stuff? Am I going to be able to tell like my character's voice is different? Because like Nolan North did some of the voices for the consular, and some other. I don't know if Jennifer Hale did a main character, but
log in, he's going to sound like the nerdy kid from The Simpsons.
Yeah,
hey!
Yeah, hi. But I don't know. It's going to be really weird if any of that stuff changes. And I can't really fault them for it at some point, because you can't just get the same actors for years and years and years. But it's going to be weird.
Got that Disney, Star Wars, and EA money to throw at it, though. Maybe they can.
Yeah, and I guess, like you said, they're throwing some money at them because Blur ain't cheap.
Mm-mm.
I'm really kind of excited about it, though, because it really seems like... Well, it doesn't seem like they've been very open about saying, like, this is a return to, like, how they tell stories more like Mass Effect and more like Knights of the Old Republic. This is less MMO-ish, really.
Yeah, I'm hopeful for all that. My worry is that before, everybody had their own individual stories based on their class, and yeah, I mean, you have a hundred or hundreds and thousands of people playing these same characters, but making different options or making different choices. But it seems like every single person playing is going to be going through the same story this time.
Yeah.
They've said that they're going to be adding unique class flair to each one, so I guess it depends on the level where
how much they're putting into that.
Yeah, if it feels unique, then I don't really have, or somewhat unique, I don't really have a problem with it, because I can't really realistically expect them to make a unique story for each class for every major expansion. That might be a crazy amount of work and not realistic, but
I know, but they had said they were.
Yeah.
They had a plan back at launch. Maybe this was their plan.
I think they've adjusted to whatever their, from what their plan was, but as long as there are nods and winks to what my character's done, or the fact that he is a smuggler or he's an agent, and have context of why they're there, then I don't think I'll have an issue with it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't know if it's the whole cartel, like the in-game shop, if that's doing well enough for them, or if it's subscriptions is what's feeding them all the money. But like, to some degree, I'm like thinking, okay, they're making enough money to be putting an expansion out. I can understand why they're continuing to go this route. But on the other side of it, it's kind of the original question they got asked when SWTOR was being made was, why is it an MMO? I mean, if they're making it into this like the single storied experience, I mean, why is it an MMO anymore?
That's true. And the first thing I thought of when they said they're going back to the Mass Effect way of telling it is I envisioned a lot of what you're doing as instanced.
Yeah, so it's like,
you're entering a green field and you're doing a lot of stuff before coming out.
Yeah, what about the game in the next expansion still is an MMO?
Yeah, like what you guys were saying about, I'm doing the same story as so many other people. Well, that's what we did in Mass Effect. That's what we did in KOTOR. But we weren't in the same server with
Right,
those
right.
people at the same time.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, it doesn't, just the way I am, it doesn't bother me.
My
If
God, why is Becky here? I don't just.
well, it doesn't bother
This cool dude 69 standing here.
No, that's not what I was saying. If Jason was like, say he is going into an area and he's like, well, you know, I need help. Like, I'm having a real problem with this area.
Sure.
I go in. Now I have that dilemma of like, okay, well, I'm not up to that point in the story yet, so that's gonna be spoilers. Now, for me, that doesn't bother me because I will sit and watch. Like, I would sit and watch him play Mass Effect or Knights of the Old Republic, and I would still play my own game as well. So that doesn't bother me. But I know that probably bothers a lot of people, and it's going to actually discourage a lot of people from group play.
Yeah, but I think to the same point that grouping in a story mission in the original game might make people not want to go because they may play that class if they're not playing it at some point. And I would imagine that most, if not all, of the actual main storyline is going to be a single player designed instance, but maybe they'll add flashpoints that will cover other story stuff outside of the main campaign.
Maybe.
A lot of maybe.
There's a lot of maybe and a lot of just general excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool that it's getting kind of a second chance, or
some
that they're
extra
actually
breath.
putting some meaningful content into it. That was exciting to see at E3.
Mm-hmm. It was a shock to me. I had no. I mean, as someone that's not been following it since about launch time, it was kind of a big surprise. So.
I have one thing that's not related to SWTOR if we're ready to talk about something.
We are totally done with SWTOR talk. Let's talk about other stuff.
Today, Tryon Worlds tweeted out, "It lies in wait, the devil inside us all," and then it's a URL, says devilinsideyou.com, and when you go there, it's just like this demon and a blue...
Looking all demony.
Yeah, and a blue quote. I'll put it in the chat room for people. But Tryon Worlds hasn't tweeted since February. So...
Sounds like the name of a porno.
The devil inside you?
Yeah.
What are you watching?
A porno.
Oh my
You've
god.
been into after your coffee in the morning.
Yeah, it's after Guild Wars 2 and then porn.
Alright.
So you were saying about Tryon?
Yeah.
So-
You said they haven't tweeted since February?
I had looked at their Twitter account, and they hadn't tweeted before that since February. February 5th.
I don't know.
Was this something that they've talked about before?
I had never seen any... That's what I kind of was bringing it up. Have you guys heard about a new project, or is this like the big teaser for something new?
I have no idea. I hadn't heard anything about them.
Well, it's like, what all IPs are they over right now?
Rift.
They have Defiance, Trove,
Defiance. Yeah.
Arcade.
Yeah. They had that RTS MMO that I alpha tested, but they canceled that a long time ago, and that wasn't anything fantasy based. That was like military.
Yeah. I don't know. According to Game Informer, they saw the same thing and just kind of posted it as a speculation that it's a new project. So.
Well, that kind of seems, of course.
Well, I'm just curious if
Duh.
it's something. No, I don't mean that. I didn't know if maybe it was something to go with Rift.
Yeah, that's my other thought, because that could totally fit the tone of it.
Sure.
Just the image and
but I would assume it'd be a new, like, even then it'd be like a new
expansion.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
Maybe I get the impression that game does okay.
So you think it could either be a Rift expansion or a whole new MMO?
Possibly.
That's...
Or it's a single-playing action adventure game. I don't know.
No, probably not.
Car combat
Okay.
with demons.
Road Rash is coming back. They got it from EA.
Yep.
Demonic race car drivers.
Demonic
A kart
racer.
racer. With
Kart
demons.
racer.
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. And instead, like in Mario Kart, where you get like the parachute thing that floats you. You just spread out them devil wings.
And you can send out like instead of a turtle shell, you send out a succubus to seduce the driver in front of you.
Yeah,
sounds hot. Okay, I'm all in.
Go Tryon, go.
Mm-hmm.
You have the backing of the MMO Show.
No, you don't.
Oh,
yep.
You have 2/3.
The official podcast of.
You have 2/3 of the backing
of
the MMO Show. I think that's no.
Oh God! They could call it a. They could do a. It could be a spin-off. Could you? Okay, I'm trying to work this out in my head. Could you do a spin-off where it's a Rift kart racer? You got to somehow shoehorn Rift into drifting or something.
You really think it's Rift related?
Drifting on Rift, or I don't know. The pieces are there. You guys put it together.
I don't think it's Rift related.
She wants the D Rift.
Okay.
Oh God.
No bad ideas.
There are bad ideas.
Doing your job for you.
This is not. I don't think it's Rift related. But
probably not.
After my experience with Arcade, I'm not gonna put my credit card into their system.
Not after your guys' experience, huh?
Yeah.
No. I'll wait till whatever this is. If it's the best thing ever, I will wait for Steam.
Yeah, or gift card, or like prepaid cards.
Something.
Or their sexy car racer. No, if it's not that, I'm going to be disappointed.
Huh?
No, if it's not a sexy car racer,
It's not a sexy car racer.
Maybe they bought Free Realms and they're bringing it back.
Ooh.
And they're going dark this time.
Yeah.
Glitch. Could they buy Glitch and do? Remember Glitch, that web-based, like it was like a 2D game. Remember that? Do you guys? Am I the only one who remembers Glitch?
I don't remember that.
Remember Matt used to play with Amy all the time.
Oh God, yeah, it was like a 2D chat room that.
But no, it had like little games you played.
Yeah, it did.
Little housing and.
Yeah, I don't think
Sounds
it's that.
great.
Yeah.
You remember a Glitch. If you saw it, you'd remember it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you would.
Ugh, probably not. Do we want to talk about any other cheating on MMO talk before we go, or do we want to call it a wrap for our first show?
Well, yeah, I was kind of explain that a little more because that was weird and awkward. But
What, me?
yeah.
Well, thanks. Thanks for telling everybody that I'm weird and awkward.
Generally, Steve and Jason will cheat on MMOs throughout the week. And so this is going to be our end segment of the show where we kind of open up to like, what else are they doing that's not MMO related? It's their confessional. They're, sometimes they're just gaming tramps and play other things.
Just us.
Yeah, just you. I don't do that. No.
Yeah, if Plants vs. Zombies happens to hit another device.
That's my weakness. That can't be helped.
Jason?
I've been playing some Arkham Knight.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
How you liking it?
It's okay. I don't like the Batmobile stuff really at all.
No? And that was
No.
like the thing that was touted about the game.
And it seems like I think I'm liking a little bit more now that I'm a few hours into it, but yeah, they're rarely really shoehorning it in and making a lot of the stuff necessary to use it. And I don't like the
walking everywhere.
Okay, so you're walking somewhere and you can't get through here because there's something you got to pull down, but you can only do it with your Batmobile, so you got to call it in. Like the freedom to like, I like driving it and you can jump out and glide and beat somebody up and whip right back into it. That stuff's cool, but there's like some platforming that you have to do with it, and I don't like
make
that.
The car jump.
Yeah, you have to make it. You have to cross. You have to make a jump, and you have to go on ledges. Because you can drive it like a normal car, but then also go into a mode where the wheels will go like sideways, and you can strafe and drive around. So they recommend you do that for more precision type stuff, which is basically platforming.
So you don't want Tryon to use the Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile technology.
No, not for
their
this sexy kart game. No,
not for their. Okay.
No, but the story so far is really cool, and I don't know. I like the worlds that they create in those games. So I'm definitely going to keep playing it. But the Batmobile stuff seems shoehorned in.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I will say that chat room is saying that Arkham Knight has some big issues on PC, and it's fairly broken on PC.
Yeah, so
yeah, they announced that they were going to no longer sell it for the or stop selling it for the PC for the time being, and then relaunch it because of all the issues.
Yeah, so I got it for PC. I picked it up for $22. There were some huge discounts on that game.
Crap!
Yeah, and there are some parts that chug definitely during cutscenes, but it's been playable for me. So I don't know, but yeah, there are people who are saying that they have Titan cards and really nice machines, and they have to bump the settings down, and they're getting like 30 frames a second on the low settings. And I have it mixed between medium and high, and I don't have a strong computer really anymore. And it's been working okay, but some of the cutscenes, like when the Batmobile's coming in, that doesn't require actual gameplay, that chugs for me. But it hasn't been unplayable during actual combat and stuff.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. I also, really quickly, I just gotta say, because I'm a big Assassin's Creed fan who has become somewhat disenchanted with some of the games. I liked Black Flag. I did get Unity for $10, and been playing that on Xbox One, and it starts off kind of crappy, but I'm to the point now where it's doing all the traditional Assassin's Creed stuff, like having a house and a business and upgrading it, and it's introduced a couple other things that it's kind of, I feel like almost ashamed because it's got such a bad rap that it's got its hooks into me, and I'm definitely going to finish it.
Yeah.
And that it might be one of the best looking games I've ever seen once it's all patched up and running well. But what about you?
That's old.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I have been playing anything else other than MMOs this week. It's mostly just been Star Wars: The Old Republic.
What are you playing on that? I forgot to ask.
Sith Warrior. Juggernaut, specifically.
Gotcha.
I did see that they finally, after all this time, put out DriveClub for PS Plus members.
They took it down.
And then they put it back. Yeah.
So dumb that they said the servers weren't ready.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Because somebody spotted it on the store and like announced it, and they're like, nope, you don't
Did
get
you play
that.
any of it?
Not yet. I have it prompted to download, and I'm going to start up the download after we're done with the podcast here, because I don't want to eat into the internet.
That's what I want to check out.
It's a big download, man.
Yeah, I figured. A work friend bought it about a week or two ago because it went on sale for like $20-some.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't played a ton of it, but he said what he liked, what he played was good so far. But my worry is, and maybe now that it's a PS Plus edition will be a little better, is you have to have a lot of friends who are playing it or who have played it, or I guess who are currently playing it, to take advantage of all the DriveClub stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully that stuff works with PS Plus edition, because I'd definitely try that out too. But I want some of that stuff.
Yeah, I'll hopefully get some time in it this weekend. I do love racing games, but I've kind of heard mixed things on it, so I'm not, my expectations are very low. That's why I didn't buy the game already. I just wanted the PS Plus version. Actually, I do give them credit that they stayed true to actually producing the PS Plus version. Kind of was figuring it was never going to happen, but it did.
Yeah.
What I am excited about is in like a week and a half or so, almost 2 weeks, I guess. Rocket League will finally be out on PS4 and PC. And me and my son are both incredibly excited about that game, because he still plays the old version on the PS3. Good.
I'm gonna download it, and I'm gonna play him. He's gonna kick my ass.
He might. He's pretty damn good. For a 7-year-old, he's quite comparable. Comparable? I know. Capable. There we go. Words are good.
That's a word.
That's a word. But I think that's it for me this week. I've not, like I said, I've mostly been sticking to MMOs. I did actually Guild Wars. I should have probably brought this up during the Guild Wars 2 talk, but my daughter got her own account on the game, and we started playing together briefly this last weekend. So
yeah, you should have totally brought that up.
Where were you, man? I don't know.
This is why you should actually look at notes and add them in.
I should, but
She like it?
Huh? She loves it. Yeah, she really, really digs it.
Cool.
But there's still like that's more game than she's ever played before. So there's quite a bit of things that pop up that she's totally unsure. She just thinks I can run around and hit these things, and then I get this stuff that I can sell.
Yeah. So it at this point it kind of requires you being there to kind of point her in the right direction.
Which is I'm very appreciative that we have a second account now that I can kind of be there with her and help her out.
So she's playing on a different computer, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be interested in if she gets to the point where she likes playing it without you, because that's the problem that we still run into with our son. He loves single player games, but whenever it's anything like that, he won't log in unless you're ready to play with him right by his side the whole time.
She'll want to log in without me, but she doesn't want to play for a real long time. She really wants to just be in it and spend time with me in the game.
Yeah. So. Which, that's cool. I like spending time with him.
Yeah. Which is, kind of, it's what's bad of me to say as a parent that I love spending time with her and doing things with her, but it's like we're doing things in the game that I've done like 10 times already. So it's like, I wish we could go somewhere else and do something else more.
At that point, I'm looking to, okay, what else can we do that's maybe not this that we're both going to enjoy and not get bored with? But yeah.
Totally.
Well, it's frustrating.
It's really cool.
It's frustrating for me, like Matt especially. He'll pick something that excuse me 1 second. Matt will pick something that I can't join him on. He'll pick something like World of Warcraft with the Worgen, and it's all phased, and it's like,
right.
He's like, come help me. I'm like, I can't come help you. Like, I would have to level up a brand new character again. Like, I've done that 4 or 5 times now, but he'll delete it because he'll think of a new name, It's like, no, we've done this so many times. I'm not coming with you again. Like, get through this and we'll play after. But, like, then he's like, forget it, because I'm not there with him or whatever, so. But yeah, Guild Wars 2 is a good game to do that with.
It is. And it's especially good because you can jump in. Like, as I grabbed my Necro and went right to where she was at, and just kind of, if she was having any problems, I just took care of business, and it was fun.
Yeah, that game makes it easy.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll get to do more of that this weekend, and I guess between now and then, Jason, are you streaming tomorrow?
That's the plan. Night Trap tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and I will play something.
It's Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Yeah.
Eastern Daylight Time's the same everywhere, so it's 9 o'clock. Is that not true?
It might be. We have no way to know. I will be streaming Saturday night at 9. Probably Guild Wars 2, but I may do some SWTOR. We'll tune in and find out. And then it's at the same channel if you are watching us on the live stream right now. But if you're not, if you're listening to the audio version, it is twitch.tv/the MMO Show.
And can I say one last thing before we end?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to throw out a quick, again, not an MMO thing, but if you are at all interested in FMV, or not even just FMV, kind of weird, kind of experimental games, there is a game that just came out on Steam, and I think it's on iPad and iOS and everything, called Her Story, and right now it's $5, and it is a game where there was a woman who was interviewed by the police like 7 times about a murder, and you have access, this happened in the 90s, so you have access to a computer that looks like it's from the 90s, where you can search the video of her interview and you're trying to piece together what happened. And I've played just a little bit of it, but it sounds really cool and unique, and just want to throw that out there. I think it's definitely worth $5. I haven't beaten it yet, but it's weird.
You played this game when we first moved in together, where you got these, like, it was on a PC. It was a PC game. You got discs and stuff, but they would also email you and call your cell phone, like, and leave messages.
Yeah, it was an E8 game, and it was like a $4 a month subscription. What was the name of that thing?
I don't know, but you should look into what that was, like, just to talk about it sometime. I don't know if that was not right now. We gotta end the show.
Yeah.
You go ahead and look it up, and then we'll end the show, and then you could talk about it in the after party. How about that? We'll do like
you should talk about it while you're streaming Night Trap.
I maybe could, but yeah.
Slurms, end this stuff.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
What are you doing?